Welcome, everyone, to We Coach You Live. Today, we're going to be talking about Chivas after their win back in La Comarca. We're also going to be talking about our Chingonas who are Liguilla bound. And obviously, we'll be talking about the Cantera and the Tapatio. Don't move from where you are. We'll see you in a minute. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Latinoamerica, and all you Chiva hermanos and Chiva hermanas around the globe. All you mothers and Mr. Chiva brothers and sisters. Welcome to We Coach You Live. We're transmitting directly here from the center of the Akron universe. For all of you out there, everybody, welcome to We Coach You Live. Gabi, ¿cómo estás?
Hi, Robert, and hi, Chiva hermanos that are already joining the conversation. So happy to be back here to talk Liguilla Femenil because, yes, Chivas Femenil is on Liguilla officially, and what Chivas Varonil needs to be also in Liguilla, it's kind of happening. So stay tuned for all the information regarding that. And remember that this is a space created for by Chivas, for all our Chiva hermanos that live outside Mexico, mostly in the USA, but all over the world, really, that speak mostly in English. But we speak English, Spanish, Spanglish, you name it, because we speak Chivas, about what we love the most. So welcome, everybody. And Robert, it's just the two of us.
It's the two of us.
Just the two.
We can make it if we try. We can make it.
I'm so sorry.
It's not the two of us, though. We have a million Chiva hermanos around the planet, right? At least 4 million. So everybody, we want to invite you to also come and join us. Alfredo had some other stuff to do this today. He won't be with us, but we are here. We're here to listen to you. Maybe Alfredo will be jumping in here at some point or another. And if you would like to be in our conversation, please join us via WhatsApp, okay? All the information you need is on the screen. Don't forget to jump in, and we'd love to talk to you. It's always more fun when you guys come talk to us because this show is for you. Don't forget
and remember that you can join also the communities, las comunidades de Chiva Hermanos, because you can be a part of Experiencias Rojiblancas, which is an amazing experience for all Chiva Hermanos that visit Estadio Akron when Chivas or Chivas Femenil plays. You can be eligible for tickets and much, much more. So go into your WhatsApp or Telegram app, search Chivas, and join las comunidades.
And do it. You find out so many things. You know, when I'm running around those communities, there's always a bit of data that you did not know. And it appears there because people are sharing. It's a community just like we are. So please, my friends, join our new, well, they're not new anymore, but Telegram, WhatsApp, please join so that we can share this Chiva vibe with all of you. Okay, so we're moving on, Gabi. We're going
to be a little bit more chatty today. We want to make this very interactive with you guys. I see already people asking us to speak in Spanish. I mean, we can, right? We definitely can, but this is a space in English. So get over it and let's just enjoy being a Chiva hermano, sharing information and being here for one another. So what is next? So, you know, if everybody here is familiar, what is next, Robert?
We have to have a drum roll first. So drum roll. Everybody, you know what's up. Put your choices up on the chat. But Gabi and I already have chosen our MVP, and so has Alfredo. We'll let you know what he chose, whom he chose in a moment. But Gabi, tell us who. Ándale, pues.
Okay, I think it's not going to be a surprise on my part. And if you know me and if you followed us long enough, you know, like I'm a huge advocate and fan of Liga Femenil, specifically of Chivas. So, of course, I mean, I didn't even had to think about it, but my weekly MVP is La Doctora del Gol, Adriana Boyi Iturbide, who had a hat trick. Yes, you heard it correctly. A hat trick in the last game, which was, by the way, the last game of regular season. We're going to, of course, talk a lot more about that in a second. But yeah, I mean, what else do you need? It's a hat trick, for crying out loud, for La Doctora del Gol. It was an incredible game. I think at this point, Santos is getting used to getting a goleada from Chivas Femenil. I don't know. It was an amazing game. It was a strong victory, which we very much needed. And Chivas Femenil is now officially in Liguilla. So Adriana Boyi Iturbide is my MVP choice for this week. What about you?
Oh, Boyi, wow. And she deserves it.
Yep.
She deserves the MVP. I'm going to say who mine is, but Boyi gave an incredible game. All the Chivas, las chingonas, fueron chingonas.
Yeah.
It was a nice match. You might think because the numbers were so high, the score was so abultado, right? Was so large. But in reality, it was a back and forth team. We have to say yes. And I agree with you. Yeah, Santos, ¿qué pasó, right? They're getting used to it. But you know what I admire from Santos? They never stopped trying.
Mm-hmm.
And that permitted us, obviously, to get this high scoring match. But, man, they were on fire. It was like back in the day. I enjoyed it so much.
They remembered that they are the chingonas, right?
That's right.
They, switched that chingona side of them, and they were like, okay, let's go. And again, I mean, I don't know, it's particularly with Santos, right? And it's kind of like we're getting used to that at this point. And I mean, I know Santos didn't have a very good season overall, but we needed that. I mean, it was more than we were expecting it to be. Honestly, at this point in time of the game, we just needed to win.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. We were fierce about it. Doblete de Licha, triplete de Boyi Iturbide, right. Mons Hernandez. There was a self-owned, I think it was called at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. But it was a good game. A very much needed win, and I think. Also, the win, it was necessary to win with that kind of it was necessary.
With power. Se soltó el foie.
El foie.
And we were saying that, we needed the win. And we had also said that we're going to talk more about that. I don't want to get into this because I am excited about that match because it was what we needed. It was what we needed. I respiré. I think some of my white hairs turned black. So it was the opposite.
Back again.
But anyway, this is my MVP. My MVP was and is Cade Cowell. Why? Okay, we did not get what we wanted on Saturday, but I think that Cade gave a magnificent match. He was the motor. They pushed, we pushed. Unfortunately, his two shots weren't able to go into the net, but it was close. And again, yesterday, he was the generator after a beautiful pass by Castillo, but he was able to head that ball into the net, and it was the beginning of the end for Santos. Yeah, so for me, Cade Cowell is consistently improving. After his injury, I think he's much better.
Mm-hmm.
He seems more confident, and I see that, I don't know what you think, Gabi, but previous to his injury, we could see a Cade Cowell that was really pushing, but at the end of it all, it's at the end, he was just oh, well, I didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I see him really, really trying. You could see that his effort in his face, in his body movement, his way of celebrating the goals are different. Cade Cowell is coming into his own. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's getting very comfortable. I mean, it's normal. He comes from MLS. It's a different style, whatever it is that you think, it's different. The rhythm is different. The atmosphere is different. I mean, you cannot compare. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say this as it is, but you cannot compare the atmosphere at PayPal Park than in El Akron, right? Like you cannot compare that. And I think he knew what he was going to come into. And at the same time, now knowing what Chivas is and what it means and the gigantic fan base that we are, I think he's starting to get a lot more comfortable. People like him. Like he's also a very likable guy. He's like very low key. And I like that about him. And he definitely is more in sync with his teammates. And you can see that. You can see like when they embraced him, when he scored that goal, it was like you could see like they were encouraging so much. So yeah, I think he is now in a place where he feels really comfortable with his teammates and the style of play of Chivas overall and his own. Like he's gaining experience. Remember that he is only 21 years old. So
that's
he's maturing as he goes. Like, and this is like a huge maturing opportunity for him, football speaking.
Yes, I love it. He's dribbling.
Yep.
Está encarando. You know, he's being a little bit more aggressive. I love it. It's a new Cade Cowell. It's a new Cade Cowell. And you touched on a very important point, Gabby. And that's what I think a lot of our people out there don't realize. What were you doing when you were 21? Everybody out there, couch potatoes, armchair managers. What were you doing when you were 21? Mm-hmm. Okay? That's the only thing I want to put there on the table. What were you doing? And our team is full of youngsters.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to say?
No. I'm sorry. I was just going to say, like, he came to Chivas when he was 20, and just moving countries like that alone, and being able to just fit in this incredible group. Whatever people says, whatever the press is saying, that it's just talk. You know, like the group is like this, and you can see that. And welcoming someone that, I mean, it fits perfectly. And you can, I don't want to get like too cheesy about it, because I know people hate when I get like very like, you know, but you can see, you can see him and in his teammates. So I like your MVP.
Thank you. I'm going to win. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Alfredo chose another drum roll. He's not here to defend himself, but he chose Teun Wilke. Alfredo has been really into the data with Tapatio. Actually, we're going to watch a video that he prepared for us about the 10 top goals, 9 top goals of El Tapatio. Was 9, 10?
No, I think this is a video of him presenting his MVP choice.
Okay, okay. So he's going to put it in there as well. Okay, great.
He's not here, but he's going to tell us on video.
All right, let's
go.
Let's do it.
How is it going? I have selected Teun Wilke as my MVP for numerous reasons. One of them is because he has been the top scorer of El Tapatio on reaching La Liguilla as co-leaders. And then another reason is, of course, because he just made his debut with the first team of El Rebaño Sagrado last Saturday, and his debut as a starter against Santos Laguna. Please vote for him so I can get Gabby and Robert on the qualification. Furthermore, I have seen some bad press around the players, some badly intentioned press. And I would like to say that no, he is not an emergency reason, but a bet for the future, a long bet for our attack. And we are very proud of him giving what he gives to the team. And we're sure that he is going to help us for what's remaining. Vote for Teun Wilke in the poll. Saludos, Chivermanos. Alfredo.
I miss him.
We miss him.
Don't we miss Alfredo? I hope you're watching, dude. Oh. We miss you here, brother. He gave good data. And what did you think about Teun yesterday?
It was good. I didn't like that he was in El Piso so much. Like he was getting fouled here and there, like all the time. Because I think this as a compliment in a way, because that means that they were on him. Like they knew what he was capable of. So I think and again, remember, he just made his debut last game. So this is the first game that he is in the starting 11, which I don't know if we have the data anywhere, but I don't think that happens very often. Like, you know, Sometimes when a young player debuts, like it's normally he comes in the second half if it's necessary. Like it's not very common. I think we saw that with Mateo Chavez. I don't think it's very common to see like very young debutants like being in the starting level like right away. So that is very good for him, and it speaks volumes. Like again, I know we had Marin that it's like injured at the moment, and we have like needs in that specific position, and it was maybe more of a necessity than a strategic effort from Profe Ortega. But nonetheless, I mean, I think he's doing it, and being in Primera División is way different than being in Expansión. So he needs this experience in specific, and I think he's doing pretty well. And I think he's going to do better as it goes.
Yes, he's formidable. If you look at him physically, the guy's huge, you know. I thought he did well. He was pulling the mark, as they say, jalando marca. And he was drawing the defenders towards him so that everybody else could do his job. He did try. I did not like that he was on the floor so much. A lot of it was about the fouls, but he also needs to learn to not get on the floor so much.
Not on the floor. Yeah. Because I think one time specifically, like he just felt the defender, like he whoop. O sea, I mean, I get it, and it's part. It's part of the Primera División experience and whatnot. But yeah, it's just agarrar callo.
Constructive criticism. Constructive criticism, because you know the refs are different, and I think the contact is more in the lower categories. In Expansión, but here the refs are not going to, call whatever, So you guys, we have the VAR here. There's a lot of stuff there. The VAR could have called any of those. There were a couple of tackles that he received that I do think the VAR should have intervened, especially one that was directly on his ankle. But he will learn. He'll learn. He's a big guy, man. That's what I like about him. We need a forward of that size. We really, really, really need a forward of that size. But anyway, my guys, we've been talking about it. It's time for us to start moving on. Remember to vote. Go to YouTube channel. Please vote. Okay? We have 3 great. I don't know who to choose. I would choose, like I said, it's so difficult. But for me, Boyi would have my vote, even though I chose Kate, because truly, in my opinion, she deserves it. She hasn't had a match like this in a long time, man. And she has been pulling a lot of weight. She's been doing a lot.
And she also was in her 200 game.
Was it?
Yeah.
That match
was her 200 game.
There you go.
Got her award and everything. So yeah, well done, Doctora. Well done.
Yes.
Remember to vote right now. The polls are open. Oh, that sounds like too soon. But the polls are open. Go to YouTube and vote for any of us 3. Remember to Gabby, Doctora Legon. And we have a special visit.
Who? Let's do it. Hey, Curtis.
Yes, who?
How are you, my friend?
Hello.
I'm doing great. How about you?
We're doing great as well. I am. Gabi is too. Look at her.
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much for asking. And my question is about the upcoming Liguilla match with Club America. Who needs to step up her game not only on Friday night, but also in the return leg?
Mm-hmm.
That's a great question, Gabi. Can I say something real quick? Because she's the one, right? But I would say that if they played the same as they played against Santos, then we're fine. Although Santos is a different type of rival, in my opinion. No, América and Chivas, I mean, just because of that type of rivalry, it's going to be another type of match. But I feel that, personally, I saw a different Chivas. In the last couple of matches, really, the Chingonas have been gaining their confidence again. So I wouldn't change anything, personally. Gabi, what about you? Would you change anyone?
I don't think I would change anybody. I think, and somebody in the chat said that don't call them chingonas. Don't be a liar. Excuse me. Like, we just had 6 amazing goals, and we just proved that we can do it. It's just, again, it's just ups and downs. And right now, we say this every single time. It's unfortunate that Chivas sometimes waits until the end to come like through. But I think right now, Chivas Femenil is just starting again. I hope it's enough, but it's starting to gain confidence again. And when you face América Femenil, we know that it doesn't matter if it's regular season, if it's Liguilla, if it's a final. That game, you need to win those games no matter what. And remember what happened in regular season against América, and we don't want that anymore, do we?
Nope.
Not a chance.
No, not a chance. So I think that right now Chivas is in the moment, and they have, I use this word every single time, I apologize, but the momentum, like those 6 goals, like should be like that drive, to be able to face. We were so close at one moment to not even do Liguilla. We have to remember this. Like, they were close. It was scary close. Right now, there are on Liguilla. So we have to take advantage of that, because not only it was by their own means, like because we were expecting another result from other teams, like that. Yeah, that helped in a way, but that win against Santos Femenil was okay, so yeah, hello, like raising their hands, like here we are. So now it's América Femenil, and it's a completely different game, a completely different scenario. It's 2 legs. We have 2 opportunities, so we have to make the best of it. And I think Caro Jaramillo right now is in a great level. La Doctora Licha is back on her goalie streak. And I think every single piece is matching. Like, maybe we have a little bit of, on the defensive side, which I think right now is what we should be paying more attention to. But midfield going forward, I think if we keep that goal momentum, I think interesting things can happen. So again, I know that at Liguilla numbers are kind of irrelevant, but America is in second place of the general table. They're doing good. They're scoring, like they're sweeping. So we have to just stop that. And remember that is El Clásico de México. It's not just a game. And these games, you have to win them. I'm sorry.
No, that's exactly.
I agree with what you both are saying. But for me, as sort of like an outsider living in the United States, but I'm a passionate soccer fan regardless. I see Chivas Femenil, they play more like a possession type of football. Yeah. They had to be more patient, they had to pass in from the defender to the center mid. And on any good moment, you have La Dora, boy, and Licha go with a proper passing right in the middle. You say, I got you, bam, move in the net, goal. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
And Boye came off the bench, right?
No.
I think she was a starter.
No, I think
she was a starter.
So then we need the Profe to come out with the same starting 11.
Without question, whatever works.
Exactly.
And like go ahead. And what's with that? Like I'm more passionate about the goalkeepers, and I believe that Felix needs to step up.
Yep.
And bat as many shots away as he possibly can.
I agree.
Definitely, yes. Me too. We have to have experience there. I think both our goalies are good, but definitely Blanca, she gives another vibe in the back. And our defense, as you said, Gavi, is a little bit is in reconstruction.
Yeah.
They're rebuilding. So we do need to pay special attention. And I think that Blanca is, I agree with you, Curtis, the person that needs to be there in both matches.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Blanca right now, remember, she was called in the women's Mexican national team. So she has like an extra hyping situation,
motivation.
Right? Like exactly. Like she is being trusted enough to be in la selección mexicana. So that should be enough for us to have complete trust in Blanquita in this Clásico de Mexico, which I'm so nervous, by the way.
All you have to do, Gabby, just sit back, take a deep breath. Of course, your favorite drink, if you have a favorite drink, and then just enjoy Chigonas kicking some you-know-what out of the Águilas.
Yay! I love that.
It's going to happen.
And speaking of what's going to happen, I predict on Friday night, Chigonas 3, Águilas 1.
Okay.
Because you gotta go to the return leg at the Capitol with at least a 2-goal advantage and play as you set style football. Because we know how dangerous the Águilas are, whether at the Azteca or Ciudad de los Deportes. They're dangerous, so we have to stop them.
Yes, I agree completely. And going to Ciudad de los Deportes or wherever it is that we're playing the second leg with a 2-goal advantage, I think it will be incredible. So I agree completely.
Yeah, that would be a dream return match, return leg. If we were able to, and we may be able to, I think we're going to do it. I agree with you, Curtis, because Akron is another level 2 of pressure. Okay, so.
Yeah, the beast will be awakened Friday night.
Be awakened, yes.
And we're going to pluck Águilas one feather at a time and then just chop their head off and dip it in the barbecue sauce, cook it up, and eat it up.
We'll pass the message on, Curtis, man. Thank you so much for joining us. And come back, dude. If you come every week, we'll be glad to have you here.
I'll do my best. ¡Arriba las Chivas!
Arriba! Yeah. Gracias, Curtis.
Gracias.
Well, nada. Take care of yourself, yeah?
Thank you, man. You too, my friend.
Take care.
I mean, Curtis, man. If we ever needed someone in the United States reporting for us, Curtis would be my choice. Yes, he loves Chivas.
Yeah.
Just with that. Guys, let's talk about Varonil. We haven't even started. What time is it?
We
haven't even gotten there. We skipped everything.
Femenil, thanks to Curtis, which is, I'm not complaining, right? Like, we love to talk about Femenil. But yeah, let's talk about Varonil.
I love the way our show goes because we can jump between topics. And hopefully that's something a little bit different than other programs, because if someone comes and joins us, well, let's talk, man. Let's talk.
Sure.
So, Gaby, ¿cómo viste a mis chingones? Because I'm going to say it too because we talked about it previously, but how did you see my rebaño?
My rebaño, rebaño, everybody's rebaño, right? Everybody that is watching right now. Okay, like it was an exciting game. Again, I don't like to speak so much about numbers, but we were talking about this in La Previa, which I had the opportunity to be in. But statistically speaking, Santos was not even in a contending position at this point. And Chivas really needed, we had a couple of scenarios of what Chivas needed in these 2 remaining last 2 weeks of the regular season for them to be able to qualify. And we needed this win. And we got it. I mean, it was well played. We had a lot of surprises in the starting 11. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of surprised for a second there. We didn't have Nene in the starting 11. We had Victor Guzman. Of course, we had Teun Wilke who came in because Ricardo Marin couldn't make the trip because he had a little bit of an injury report. So, yeah, it was kind of interesting to see that lineup. I think at the end of the day, it worked. That asistencia from Castillo and that header, that I think it was more of a lucky situation at some point. Cade was in the right place at the right time, and he managed to score that goal. And then that golazo from Yael Padilla, excuse me.
Yep.
When I remember when the Acevedo was out of el área, and I saw Yael taking the ball, I was like, pégale. I was like, do it. Do the shot. Try it at least.
Everybody, I think, in Mexico screamed that.
and he did, and it went in. And I was like, that is a golazo because, and I'm going to tell you, because that was fast thinking. And that was being not afraid of of taking the chance. And that is sometimes what makes you get these incredible opportunities and these kind of goals, plays, or whatever that you are not afraid to attempt. So, and that sometimes that final touch, we talked about this a lot on this show, like that final stretch for them to be able to score, it was what we were lacking. And that goal from Yael was proof that it can happen. Like, there was no había portero, like, pégale, get it in, it did, and the rest is history. So for me, it was a good game. I liked what I saw. It was kind of shocking at the beginning to see the starting 11. I'm not going to lie, but I think it worked. And of course, there were a lot of substitutions. We didn't see also Mateo, who was being a regular in the starting.
Yep.
He was not there. Also, it was Luis Rey. We had Castillo, Chiquete, Mozo. And this was an interesting variation because El Profe Ortega was going in the last two games. It was a 5-3-2 formation, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yesterday was a 4-3-3. So that was like kind of a changing the scenario for this kind of match, which again, I don't think he was like too concerned, and it paid off. What do you think?
He went back to the initial, the line of five at the end of the game when he brought in Mateo and everybody. Personally, it's not one of my favorite matches by Chivas. It does have to do with our starting 11. Okay, we have to think about it because they don't usually play together. Yeah, it's not something. I was not expecting a spectacular match. I did expect a more defensive match, which is what Ortega is doing, and we've been talking about that. It's important to build your defense, have a strong defense. And before I go ahead, how have you seen Luis Rey? What's your impression of Rey, Gabi? He's also starting for the first time this season in the starting 11.
And he also made his debut like recently.
A couple of games ago, yeah.
And I think that is Ortega's hand, like, right? You know, like he being so in touch and so familiar with Tapatio and all of this, like he's trusting this very young players. I like him. Again, it's just a matter of experience. And I mean, if you play but along Chiquete, Castillo, Mozo, that are very experienced and they're very fast and like go all the way up and just come down and go all the way up again. So you just have to keep up. And I think he's going to get there. I think he did well. Remember, he is in
Tapatio,
in Diva's place. No, he's just I don't want to say replacing, but in Diva's position, if you will, defensa central. And I think he's doing okay. Like he's very tall, he's very strong, he's very fast. So I think like starting from there, those are very good qualities for a defender.
Yep.
And yeah, I think he's got great mentors like Chiquete. Like, are you kidding?
Yes, and I would love to be yelled at by Chiquete if I were defensive, because the guy has everything. And Luis, I think he did a great job. He does make some mistakes that are like a newbie mistakes, but pretty strong in the back, don't you think? Our defensive line has been solid. Been solid. We haven't received a goal in 2 matches.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's good. Like I said, it wasn't a pretty match. It was really dirty. It was dirty, but the 2 goals made up for everything. I do think that Cowell does... he really pushed for his goal because he was able to win the position, something that he hasn't been doing much recently. He's getting accustomed to playing in football here in Mexico. So he's now learning to fight for his position. And like you said, Yael Padilla, I chose him last week for my MVP. And it's one of the reasons that you gave that I really like the way he plays. He's not afraid to take maybe the wrong choice. Okay, but that wrong choice in certain circumstances, for example, had he missed that shot, what would everyone have been saying? Yeah? oh, he's young, he doesn't like to pass the ball. All of these things that I've been hearing recently, talking about him. What is his glass full moment? He takes those decisions.
Yeah, and if he would have missed that shot, it would be like, well, at least he tried.
Yeah.
Like I think we need that. And I am aware that not every single shot, not every single attempt is going to go in. But if you don't try, at least try. You'd never know. And that was like the perfect opportunity. And he knew Acevedo was outside. There was no defender inside. Like, he just tried and he did it. So for me, that's the highlight more than the play and el golazo that it was by itself. For me, that's what I highlight the most, because it was like if he was listening to me through the TV, because I was hit it, and he did.
I swear that in my house, all of us, we all screamed at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Send it into the back of the net. And he had enough power. He could have thrown it over. He did perfect. He did perfect. I predict Yael is going to be one of those guys that's going to be a legend for us, hopefully.
Yeah,
in the future, because the truth is, he has been doing excellent. Yes. I really admire the way he plays, but I also get frustrated by those mistakes that he makes. But the only thing that gets rid of those kinds of young decisions is age. And like you said, experience.
Yeah.
Experience. So we won 2-0. We have secured our place in the final phase. That's the one thing we had said. We need we needed the 9 points so we could get the 31, and then no one can move us out of playoffs. But now we're at least in the play.
We secured play-in.
Yes.
And yesterday in La Previa, we talked about a couple of scenarios, which I'm not going to repeat because somebody called me out. Because I said, if we win the 2 games, we gain 6 points. So that makes us at 28, and we can make it to the 4th position, blah, blah, blah. And people were saying, well, so nobody else is playing but Chivas. No. Math, people. Do the math. Anyway, we are halfway there. We have secured play-in. Play-in.
Right.
But if we win against San Luis, it could mean going up in the table, and probably Liguilla directa. So we cannot.
If we get the right combos.
Yeah. If we have the right combinations, of course, Chivas winning against San Luis, it's going to be like a huge advantage. We have to wait to other results at the moment. We are currently in the 9th position, I believe, or 10th. No, 9th. 9th position. So yeah, if we win and other results and the football gods are in our favor, we can make it probably.
What we need is Pumas and América to lose, basically.
Yeah. I didn't want to say
and
it.
Atlético San Luis.
I don't like mentioning those.
Now, today, the Amarillos are going against Pachuca.
Yeah.
Let's see how they do, because remember, that's their talón de Aquiles. So hopefully, I'm Pachuca today. even though Calero. And Pumas is playing against whom?
Pumas. No, Pumas played yesterday, I think.
They played yesterday, right?
2-0. Yeah.
They were still close.
Yeah. Against Gallos.
So America is the one.
America is right now, today we're on Pachuca, and San Luis plays against Necaxa. So they have it like pretty easy.
We said that all the time.
Yeah, right. I know.
But hopefully.
So we take a look, my friend, at the chat.
What are the games?
So Jose Tinoco manden saludos. Hola, Jose Tinoco, because yes, we can speak in Spanish. ¿Qué más?
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Yeah. Mi no entender, Monchis Ramírez. Why not? We're cool. Saludos. Okay, arriba las Chivas. Who is that guy? Be careful with, I don't know what that means. Arriba el Club América. Oh, no, but hi. Thanks for being here. Thanks for you for speaking in English. Thank you so much. Remember that this show is For all our Chiva hermanos that speak mostly in English and live outside Mexico, mostly in the United States, but all over the world, really. This is especially for you, but we can speak in any language, really.
We tried Chinese once.
We did try Chinese. Hello, very happy for Padilla, love Chivas. Okay, yeah. María Fernanda Calzada Padilla, yay! Arriba las Chivas. I don't speak English. Oh, come along and we can practice together, right? We're good people. When did Chivas start to make lives in English? That's a historic, mate. Joseph Stalling. Oh wow. Okay, hi.
2 years ago.
I think we are like back in time. So let me tell you, this has been going on for almost 2 years. This show, I mean,
Yes.
but Chivas in English has been going on for longer. So
Since 2020.
yeah, 2020.
I was looking at the first articles that I ever wrote, and they were from 2020.
Yeah.
So that means 4 years, guys.
4 years, 4 years. And that it's not that it's groundbreaking, because I think every single massive, huge football club like Chivas, of course, needs to expand their communities, right? And we know that there are a lot of Chivas hermanos that speak in English. And I mean, it's like if you follow Manchester United on Twitter, they have an account in Spanish. So
In French, in Italian.
Are you gonna come for them because they speak in Spanish? No, it's exactly the same thing. We're doing exactly the same thing. So thank you everybody for joining the chat. Remember to vote on the YouTube stream for the weekly MVP. Remember that at the end of the show, we will announce the winner. What's next, my friend?
Yeah. And don't forget to join our groups.
Community.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Our
comunidad.
communities, yeah. Our communities. Don't forget, because every time you guys, I see a lot of people here every week. Imagine someone just mentioned about how long we've been and that they had not seen this. I'm going to mention that you guys, all you English speakers, everything that is written in Spanish is translated, and you may read it in Chivas de Corazón. Okay? Everything has double translations. One day they're going to ask us to do it in French. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But we have
Awesome.
all our writings. Enrique, Javier, Robert Garcia, everybody's writing constantly. Okay? So all of that, you can read it in your native language, in English. Okay? If that's your native language. Okay, my friends? So everybody out there, all you naysayers, no sean así, hombre. Get on the boat, man. Join the vibe. We're all here for you. Like we said, even if you want to show hate, we're here for you. No importa. We love you.
There is no such thing as bad press, my friend.
Of course not. Al
Why
contrario.
don't we? Well, exactly. Why don't we go producción and where can we watch?
Yes, and what games are left?
Right? So
Let's do it.
I
Voy.
don't know. Go ahead.
I'll do it. Where to watch? Chivas versus San Luis. Saturday, November 9th. Here from the Akron. I'm going to be here, my guys. At 5 p.m. Central Mexican time and 5 p.m. Central time. Eastern time is 7:05. Pacific time is 4:05. Now, where can you watch? The Casa de Rebaño in Mexico is Prime Video. Guys, I cannot tell you how much I prefer to watch the matches on Prime Video. There's not any excessive banter. The streaming quality is magnificent. The colors, everything. And we have our narradores rojiblancos there doing a great job. And if you're in the U.S., La Casa de Rebaño, Telemundo. All right, guys? There is no excuse for you to miss this match. And this is the match that's going to count. I'm already calling 3-0 against Atlético San Luis.
Awesome. I'm calling a 2-0 again. I called a 2-0 on last night's game, and I got it.
You got it.
Yeah, just a reminder in the where to watch graphic. Remember that in Pacific time we are. They already had their daylight savings situation, so we are 2 hours ahead of them. So just in that graphic, it said like we were like just one. It's actually two. Okay.
Okay.
And
right.
The Liguilla from Chivas Femenil. Can we see?
What's going to happen? Let's talk about Femenil.
When are those games? When are those games? There we go. So we are officially in Liguilla, and this is the first and second leg of that game. The first one is this Friday, November 8th at 5:15 Mexico time. If you were in a different time zone, you know what to do. And the second one is on Monday, November 11th at 5 p.m. So we don't have yet a venue for that one. So just stay tuned for the official social media of Chivas Femenil to find out where the second game is going to be. But of course, the first leg is in El Estadio Akron. So on Friday is the first match. And I am guessing it's going to be a 2-1 for Chivas at home.
Yep. It's just América is so strong right now. It's hard for me to kind of limit their participation. But I think I'm going to go in my traditional 3. And I'll give them a 1. Our defense is not so strong right now, I know, and I'm kind of dreaming it, but this is what I see in my mind, and this is what I wish for. Curtis told us 2-1, but I think that a 3-1 is always difficult to come, or a 3-0 is always difficult to come back from. Okay, so wishful thinking, but 3-1. 3-1.
Yeah, I think it's important to win at home.
Yes.
To get that first win at home. Yes, again, I don't want to be so optimistic, even though I am, but I just want to stay cautious because América is América, right? Yes. And right now in the positions in the table and the points and the goals in favor and whatnot, they are they're in a better position. So I want to be cautious on that. I just hope they get that first leg at home and we get that win. I think emotionally speaking, it's going to be very important for them because remember what happened in the regular season. So they need to shake that last game off of them and start over. And if they get that win at home, I think we're in the right path.
They'll keep the momentum going.
Yep.
And then unstoppable. I think we win against América, no one's going to stop us in Liguilla. That's the truth.
I hope so. I hope so. I really hope so. We said it before a lot of times actually that Chivas Femenil didn't have a good season. We have to be completely transparent about that.
Yes.
They did not have a good season. They just started to do it as they normally do towards the end, which is not necessarily good enough for the Liguilla bound, but I just hope we just keep adding up, So I'm just taking it one game at a time. So I hope at home is a win. Emotionally speaking, for them is going to be good to go to the next one. So that's all I'm going to say about that because I'm so nervous.
I hear you. I'm a wishful thinker. And I always think that if you envision something positive, that's what's going to happen. That's the way I look at it. I think we could beat them. I think our teams, any team can beat any other team if they have the right mindset. Obviously, there's quality. And that's where we're having a little bit of trouble, no? Because América right now has a lot of quality in their lines. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We have quality, but we've had different kinds of struggles. So I think that if we come onto the pitch in the right motivational scheme of thinking, mindset, then we're going to win. We're going to win. And that's it. We're going to win. I already said 3-1. 3-1, and that will take care of the return match wherever they're going to play it. I believe that's the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. All right. We still got so much to talk about. My friends, we have another team that is on their way to victory. El Tapatio. El Tapatio is playing against Tepa. We have a regional kind of a match. We don't know if to call it a classic yet or not, but they're playing against Tepatitlan, and we can expect just the best. Chivas has been a roller coaster. Tapatio has been a roller coaster. So I'm sure that they're going to win there. But to convince you, I want you guys to take a look at this video. Our brother Alfredo put together this.
So,
let's talk about him.
We are watching right now a top 9 of goals of Tapatio, and this first one was by, let me check.
Cambreros.
Hugo Camberos from Tapatio. What an incredible goal. And as you were saying earlier, like Expansión is a different game, man. Like they are so much sometimes more fiercer because they want to make a name out of them. This is number 8. This is our Teun Wilke. Teun, the one that is already in El Primer Equipo. There it is. Incredible. I cannot wait to see him score his first goal in Chivas.
The house is going to
be
fall.
Very special. I think it's going to be very special. So yeah, this is our boy, Teun Wilke.
There it is.
There it is. Amazing. Amazing. Number 7 is going to be Matias Sendejas. Matias Sendejas. This is a game against Dorados. Let's see. I haven't watched this one in particular. And he's alone. And did you see that?
Yeah.
Golazo.
Non-selfish playing. Look at that.
Matias Sendejas.
Nothing, no relation to the Sendejas we know.
No, not whatsoever. Number 6.
Dresses in yellow.
Daniel Villaseca. Oh, a header.
What?
There we go. Did you see how he jumped? Number 5. Gael Garcia, another friend of ours.
Yeah, he's already debuted, right, with us? Wasn't he on the bench yesterday, too?
Yeah, he was. He's great.
Oof. Wow,
great.
That was a good one.
But you have to see the play from, there you go. This is Gael Garcia. So, okay, if you're not keeping track of these names, I think you should.
Yep.
Next
year.
Number 4, this is Daniel Flores. Okay, let's see. This is against UDG. Is this a clásico? This could be a clásico.
It could be, except UDG has been around so long.
Yeah, you're right. But okay, let's see. Okay, the dribble. Okay, in the center. There you go.
Another header. A lot of headers.
Another header. Number 3, another one from Gael Garcia. Okay, he's approaching the area. And he's just go. Okay.
Beautiful. Wow.
Nice.
Right there.
That's
what corner.
That's what I'm saying. De afuera del área. Number 2, Saúl Zamora. This is a game against Morelia. Okay. Dentro del área. Another header. Yes.
Ooh, another one. De Palomita.
Let me see.
Arriesgando el físico.
And number 1, Benjamín Sánchez de la Mora. Again, against Dorados. Let's see. So again, people, if I were you, I would just keep track of these names because... Oh. Nice.
Ooh, cocky.
Nice. That's what I'm saying about taking chances.
Yes.
El globito.
Yes.
You saw that? Incredible.
The younger players tend to do that because they're not afraid, no?
Exactly.
They're not afraid of making mistakes. And that's what we've been talking about.
At least they try. That's what I'm saying.
Overthinking things is a problem as well.
Yeah.
And if they're able to just push everything to the back, the great players have their messy moments. And I joke with my students about that a lot because I tell them, what would Messi have done in that moment? Would he have shot? Would he have cut to the side? Would he have cut to the left? It's that moment, that that thought process. Like you said, Yael had to take a decision
in
less than a second.
Yeah.
And he made the right one. So for me, that's all what it's about. That's all it's about. And sports is the great equalizer. That's why I say that I feel that any team can really compete and beat any other team. And if you don't believe that, just take a look at the Champions League, these last matches. There have been some very surprising results. So there you go. All right. I think we're finished. Where to watch
Tapatio. So, Liga de Expansión, first leg of Liguilla, of Liga de Expansión, of course, Chivas Tapatio is there, and they're facing Tepatitlan. That is a regional game. We were talking about it behind the scenes about is it a Clásico? Is it not? No, probably not. Not yet, though. So, it's going to be on Thursday, November 7th. Tomorrow. I was just thinking today. And Mexico, you can watch it through Claro Sports, High TV, y NBC Deportes, and it's going to be on 7 p.m. Mexico time. And you know what to do if you're in a different time zone. But yeah, this is the first leg of Liga de Expansión. Tepatitlán against Tapatio. Let's go, Tapatio.
Let's go, Tapatio. I'm going to call it a classic. Why? Because yes.
Okay. It's going to be like,
I know there's not a classic, Robert. We're going to make it one. We have to build it up so that it becomes a classic. But actually, not to call it classic, but a couple of seasons ago, there were some really good matches against Tepa, because Tepa was playing at a very good level. Remember, they did not go up because they don't have a sizable stadium.
Yeah.
If we remember that. So Tepa was playing some really, really, really good matches some time ago. The best football is in Jalisco, my friends.
Absolutely.
Right? So we have to think of it that way. My friends, my brothers and sisters, it's time for us to go. Thank you so much for joining us.
Wait.
No, it's not time?
The MVP.
Oh, shit. I keep forgetting.
Okay, so we don't know.
Right. We don't know.
Production is going to surprise
Give it to us.
Traffic.
Give it to us.
Oh, yay!
What? I won.
You won. Okay, so Kate Cowell won by 59% of the votes.
Whoa.
Adriana Iturbide by 30% and Teun Wilke at 10%. So you are back in the game, my friend.
I'm tied with you now, right?
I think so. Do we have that number?
The statistics guy didn't come today.
No, we don't. We don't.
No, but I think we are tied.
I think we are. But
I think next time.
Isaac Rojas, the cowboy. Exactly. That is our weekly
cowboy.
Yep. And I love to see Cade in his full form. You know, I love that.
Wait, he's not there yet. That's definitely so.
Just a side note, if you allow me, I was doing my research yesterday, and I came across that he in 3 years with San Jose, he scored 11 goals. He's been in Chivas for 10 months, and he scored already 9. So, I mean, enough said. Amazing. And we can expect a lot more from El Vaquero.
And congrats to Kate. I don't know if he watches our show ever, but
I don't think so. But
yeah,
he could be
he's
back.
Our padrino.
I think
he owes us our bolo.
Yeah.
We'll get him next time. Anyway, my brothers and sisters, we're out of here.
Thank you.
Think positively, not only about football, okay? There's a lot of good things out there in our planet. So many things out there. And if you are a person that shares your good vibe, you will attract only good things to you. So, my friends, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. This is our second year, okay?
Thank you to our amazing production team that makes us and sound good.
Gracias. Everybody in production, we can't say enough. Muchas gracias a todos los que nos apoyan.
In the chat, everybody in the chat interacting with us, being nice to us, and the people that are not very nice, it's okay. It's okay. You're all welcome. So thank you, everybody, and we will see you next week.
I'm just happy that I'm not wearing my glasses and I can't see the chat.
It's okay.
Peace. You guys have a beautiful day. We'll see you. This is